How's it going, everybody? It's your favorite Blue Lock YouTuber here, Onyx, and today I'm going to be doing a video where I rank characters from the Blue Lock universe based on their character design. Not only do I have all 46 Blue Lockers from the Neo Egoist League, but I have some other players from other Neo Egoist League teams, and some other members like the World 5, some other side characters, but you'll just have to see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure why these characters are in this specific order, but you know what, we'll figure it out as we go, I guess. So for starters here, we've got Adam Blake, one of the New World 5 players, I believe is the official title. I always get the, official title mixed up because there's, 3 different names that these motherfuckers get called. But I'm just gonna call them New World 5. Actually, no, wait. No, I'm stupid. It's just World 5. I'm mixing this up with New Gen 11. It's just World 5. Either way, I really like Adam Blake's character design. I'm gonna throw him up in A tier for Adam because, I mean, haircut's sick. I like the facial hair. Bro's just a handsome guy, you know? Reminds me a lot of Sea-Dog VA, if you know who that is. Then next we have Augie. I'm also gonna throw Augie in A tier. I really like the hair design on him. I like how he doesn't have pupils. I think that's really interesting and helps to distinguish him from other characters in the series. And overall, I just really like his design. Like I said, the hair's dope. It's super original. You know, it's not just... You know, the color is black, and a lot of characters in the show have black hair, but, the design and styling of it is super different. I don't think we have any characters that have hair this long in the show. Maybe Bara, but we'll get to him later. Actually, I think I'm going to put Augie in front of Adam Blake. I think I like Augie's character design just a little bit more, you know? Next up, we have Alexis Ness. I think I'm going to put Ness in B tier. I feel like his design is a bit more bland. You know, he has stereotypically short hair for people in the series. We haven't seen it colored yet, so I have no idea what color his hair is supposed to be, but I feel like, unless it's some crazy color that we haven't seen before, and we've seen a lot of hair colors in this series, I just don't really care. I just don't feel that much when I look at Ness. I don't necessarily get a really good idea of his character, of who his character is, just by, you know, looking at him. But I still like it. It's not bad, so. Also, sorry, I got bored and flipped the colors around real quick. But anyways, let's get back to it. Henri. Do I need to say more? This is the Henri-chan we're talking about, guys. Top 5 female character in this series, easily. Don't even get me started. We all know, if I put her in anything below S, I feel like that's just an insult, you know? Oh my god, who the fuck is texting me? Shut up. Next up, we have Ryu Junbei, and I mean, this guy's all about, being fashionable and being glam, but I'll be so dead ass. I'm not a big fan of his character design. I'll keep it 100 with you guys. I mean, it's just painted nails are really cool. I think that's what's keeping him from C tier right now and putting him into B tier is the painted nails. But other than that, it's just long black hair, but it's just it's not styled in any way. You know, it's not braided or anything. It doesn't have any cool streaks of other colors. It's just long. If I just didn't cut my hair for 4 years, I feel like my hair would look just like Ryu. So, but on a much better note, next up we have my boy Bachira. Y'all know I love this motherfucker. One of the best character designs in the entire show. Honestly, probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. When we get through the list, I'll figure it out at the end. But mwah, beautiful design. Love my boy Bachira. Speaking of Bachira, Mrs. Bachira. Hey, how you doing? She's going in S tier too. Come on, who the fuck do you think I am? Stop playing with me. And back to back with the banger character designs, we've got Baru, who I'm gonna throw top of A tier right now. I mean, listen, his character design I really liked from the get-go, but if you read the manga and you've seen him with that red streak in his hair, oh, love that. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Love that. A tier design. What more can be said? Next up, we have Grim, who, if you don't know, he's one of the fodder bastard players. But I'm gonna throw him in B tier. I mean, I like the hair. I feel like a big part of this, especially considering that these guys can't really have their own sense of fashion or style, clothes wise, because, you know, they're football players and they all fucking wear jerseys. Most of them are identical to one another because they're on the same team. So you don't get a lot to play with here in terms of character design, but Grim's hair I really like a lot, and it's definitely carrying him. Also, when we were first introduced to him, he was shown as super duper over emotional, which I really like, but we don't see that anymore. That just kind of stopped happening. Now Grim's just another player. You could replace him with any of the other bastard defaults, and I think not much would change, you know? Next up, we've got Shark Boy Charles. S tier, baby. Fucking S tier. I don't know what his official hair color is supposed to be, but I've been looking at the artworks of where it's that weird bluish green, and I really think those cool colors work for him really well. Also, the little shark tooth, huge fan of that. I think that's super interesting, and it's such a small thing, yet it's just super effective in communicating that this guy's just a little goofy. This guy's a little silly, you know? Next up, we've got the baddest motherfucker in the entire series, Chigiri. I know I made fun of Aryu for just having regular long hair, but at least Chigiri has cool long hair. Like, that color is fucking sick. Call this boy the Pink Panther the way I'm throwing him in A tier. That didn't make any fucking sense, but you get my point. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw Chigiri above Augie and Adam, but below Baru. Right? Yeah, I think that's fine. Next up, we've got Cho Kento. He's one of like, I think he's a forward for the U20 team. I'm not a big fan of the guy. I think his whole thing was being like a mannequin, and it's just like, yeah, you look like one boring motherfucker. You know, not everybody can be a banger, especially when you're on the U20 team and you get no fucking love unless your name is Oliver Aiku. So, taking a big jump from the U20 team, we've got Chris Prince. Honestly, I think I'm gonna throw Chris in C tier. You know, C for Chris, right? Like, dude's all about that big, muscular, physical build, but like, other than that, is not... Here's kind of whatever, you know, standard UK fuckboy. Got the standard English fuckboy haircut over here. That's a terrible British accent, I'm so sorry. But yeah, you get the point. I'm just not a big fan. On the other hand, though, my boy Dada Silva, throw that motherfucker in A tier. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna throw him above Chigiri. Dude, the hair on this man, mwah, exquisite, mwah, beautiful. Top 5, top 10 hairstyles for me in the entire show. I guess I should say series, because the manga hasn't been adapted yet. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. You get the fucking point. Yeah, no, Dada Silva, beautiful character design. Dude's super original. You know, it's not just like medium height white guy with short black hair. Like, I think Dada Silva is quite literally the opposite of that in every facet. So, next up, I think his name is Darai. You know, I don't remember all the players' names, especially the fucking like fodder U20 players. This guy has, again, some of the best character design. It's super sick. I don't know if his character design is supposed to like represent a certain culture or anything, but regardless, it's super fucking pretty to look at. But needless to say, I fucking love Darai's character design. Like, this shit is fire. Like, this is so far from medium height white guy with black hair. Speaking of medium height white guys with black hair, Don Lorenzo, I think I'm gonna put him bottom of A tier, because like the greasy black hair I think is a really cool look. The little bit of chin stubble, you know, I think adds a little bit, but it's the gold teeth, dog. You can't see it in every panel because he doesn't always have his fucking mouth wide open, but like the gold teeth, they're crazy. That's so cool. I think the fact that his character design ties into his backstory really boosts him up here. Otherwise, he'd probably be B tier. But and then coming back to the medium height white boys with short black hair, Igo Jinpachi, classic Asian man bowl cut. I'm Filipino. I grew up with a bowl cut. I think I'm allowed to say that. But yeah, you know, I mean, I think I'm gonna slide him above Aryu, put him top of B tier, just because I don't know. It's like the big eyes and the glasses, I think, contribute a lot. And I know I made fun of him for being like medium height. I think the dude's actually like 6'1", 6'2". He looks really lanky, which again, character design, it adds to it. And also because he's not restricted to wearing a jersey 90% of the series, I think he's got some interesting clothing choices that really work for him. So, oh, and Doji, my poor boy. You may not be getting love in the series, but you get love in my heart. I will put you near the top of S tier because, dude, go back to episode 24 of the fucking anime and watch this guy's introduction. Oh my fucking god, it is so one of the best character designs, and it is so wasted, and I am so upset about it. Like, make my boy a fucking goalkeeper or something, please. Just like, such a waste of a character design to just let him walk away. Next up, I think this guy's name is Gesner. I have really no idea. I'm gonna put him in C tier. But yeah, I have no idea what you call that hairstyle. I mean, it looks pretty cool. He's got the Brock eye look going on, you know, always closed, can't see shit. It's probably why he doesn't play anymore. But I mean, he's got enough to look different, right? It's not black hair, it's not short. But I mean, like, I'll put him above Chris Prince. I think I can do that. I think I can put him above Chris Prince. Next up we got Fukaku Gen. Big fucking F tier. Fuck Fukaku. Pretty boring character design. Just looks like average, like somewhat muscular white guy. I know I keep calling them white guy, but they're supposed to be Japanese. But like, you get the point. They're pale as fuck. Just use the word pale as like a replacement for white. You get the point. Yeah, no, it's just like somewhat muscular, short black haired, pale guy. It's like, Okay, and then that's it. There's nothing more to him. Also, I fucking hate how ridiculous his ranking in the Neo Eagles League has been in the, you know, the past few matches. Like, it's fucking crazy. If he takes a spot over someone like Nanase, I'm going to lose my shit, and I fucking hate him for that. I'm getting personal. Fuck you, it's my tier list. Speaking of goalkeepers, next we got Gagamaru. Throw that motherfucking A tier. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep him behind Don Lorenzo, low A tier. Really interesting hairstyle, real interesting facial build, real big eyes. You know, it's not basic. It's different, but familiar and similar to some of the other characters. You know what I mean? It's like if you took the base default, you know, medium height, black hair, pale guy, but then you made it cool. You know, you're not changing a whole lot. You add some colors, you change the eyes a little bit, but like the build is still the same, but you've done so much just by changing a couple aspects, and I think that really works well for Gagamaru, so bottom A tier. Next up we have another one of the fodder Blue Lock 46 players. I don't even remember his fucking name. I think I'm disrespecting his name, but like, I'm gonna put him B tier. It's a really interesting hair design, and I think the color was like a light gray, if I'm not mistaken, and he's got the big eyes, you know, shorter looking guy. I think this is different enough to where I think low B tier is a fair, you know, low mid B tier, depending on how the rest of this tier list goes. I think that's a pretty good enough spot for him. Next up, we got another fodder U20 player. I can't remember if this guy was a forward or a back, but like, I think I'm also going to put him low B tier because I think he has white hair, but then you've also got Neru, who's also has white hair. Then again, like I said, he's only been shown in the manga so far, so I have no idea what color his hair is supposed to be. It could be like a lighter color. It could be blonde. It doesn't have to be white just because it's not filled in. But like, I'm just going to go on a limb and say it's white hair, but like, I think Neru has a better design and he has white hair, so I feel like I'm going to have to put Neru above him, and I don't want to put... I'm going to put Neru in A. I'll tell you right now. I'm putting Neru Tepe in A. Maybe not high A, but he's going to go in A. And I can't put this motherfucker. I cannot put this motherfucker like anywhere close to that. So next up, we got this snake looking motherfucker. I think I'm going to put him low A. I might change that to B tier later, but like, it's a really interesting design. You know, he's got the snake fangs. He's got the weird snake tongue, decent looking hair, right? It's pretty different enough. I call that medium length. It's a lighter color, so it's not black, which is like the default color, I feel like. I just really like it. It's pretty cool. Very, very Orochimaru core, because snake. Next up, we have second best girl, only behind Chigiri in the series. We got Hiyori here. I think I'm gonna put Hiyori high B tier. It's the cyan hair and the big goofy eyes, and not to mention he's southern. Well, I guess, you know, southern for Japan because he's got the accent, which doesn't really get used a lot in the series anymore from my translations that I read, which kind of sucks, but whatever. But yeah, no, the cyan hair, I don't think there's another character in the show, or series I should say, that has like cyan hair, depending on what Charles's hair ends up being colored as, but like, I think this is a pretty unique hair color to Hiyori. Maybe there's one other person, but it's definitely like a fodder character. Alarm, do you fucking mind? I don't care that I've Clash. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, yeah, Hiyori high B tier. Next up, we have Haragi. I'm gonna say it's the long black hair that just gets him a little bit more points than basic black default hair, but it's the eyes. The eyes are doing so much work in this character design. I'm gonna throw him low B tier above this guy. Next up, we've got Igaguri. I'm gonna go like mid D tier because like short black hair, but it's like shorter than usual, so he's got that going for him. But like, everything else is just very plain looking to me, you know? Next up, we have Protag Isagi. I mean, I think he's literally what I described when I said like default, like medium height, short black hair, basic eyes, basic build. I'm gonna put him like high C tier. I think this guy's name is Ishikari. He's like the tallest high school player, I'm pretty sure. He's tall, like wicked tall, so I think that earns him some credit. But like, other than that, it's like MC Widow's Peak over here. Vegeta did it first. He did it better too. So like, bottom C tier for this guy. Renny Toshi, like that's top of A tier right there. Well, no, okay, maybe I lied. Maybe I lied like a lot. Maybe, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I definitely lied. But like, I'm gonna have Ren be the exception, not the rule here, because, you know, medium black hair, pale skin, basic enough eyes, but like, dude looks menacing as fuck. It's the way he's drawn. Like, you could, if you drew Ren with a smile, he would not be nearly as cool or intimidating of a character. But because he has this sort of aura about him, where he's just like, I don't give a fuck because I know I'm better than you, it makes his character design that much better. So I'm gonna put him like mid, low A tier. Itoshi Sai, fucking top of A tier, bro. Like one of the coolest designs in the show. Sick hair design. I mean, it's just, wow, buenifico. Here we got Julian Loki. I'm gonna put him like high bit. yeah, high-ish B tier, because like it's like a basic, I think, buzz cut looking like, you know, very similar to Igaguri, but like it's supposed to be like Kylian Mbappe. Like this is supposed to be Blue Lock's Kylian Mbappe. You gotta show respect. Next up on the list is Karasu. Now Karasu's got the basic default look, but he's a little smarmy, so I think I can give him like a mid C tier ranking. Yeah, that seems about right. Here we've got another U24. I think his name is Kitsune, and I really like his character design. You know, the face is very interesting. The eyes are really cool. Different eyebrows, which you don't see a lot of in this series in particular. And the hair is really cool too. And I feel like hair is probably one of the bigger things for this ranking, especially considering it's some of the only features that we get to see based on the pictures that I picked. So now we have Kiora, who again, you know, very basic, pale skin, short dark hair, but it's a little messy. It's got a little style to it. I think I'm gonna put him above RU. Now next up we have Ichigo himself, Kunigami. This guy got a massive makeover and got super buff. Now this guy definitely got a makeover and super buff in between when he got eliminated in the New Eagles League. Even though this is a picture from like the first selection, I'm ranking him based off that, obviously. I'm thinking like low A tier maybe? We've got my boy Corona, another one of the Shark Boys. Shout out Charles, shout out Corona. Corona's top A tier. I might throw him into S tier later, but we'll see about that. Speaking of S tier, Livigno, like top 5, top 3, easy. Like hair's awesome. He's got not pale skin. Like the dude's tanned, the eyebrows go crazy. This dude is an absolute baller for sure. Here we have Leonardo Luna, another one of the World 5. Somewhat basic design. I'll give him like a high C tier. I guess I'll put him at the top of C tier right now, but I mean, there's nothing too crazy about him. Very basic eyes, short hair, but it's not black, which I can appreciate. But yeah, the GOAT himself, Mark Snuffy. This guy is going high A tier. I'll say between, yeah, I'll put him right here. White hair, always a great choice, especially when you give it to a super overpowered character. I think Noel Noah's hair is also supposed to be white, so I feel like it's very fitting of like very strong people in the series and how that message is sort of spread. I think he's got some pretty interesting looking eyes too, so I think high A is fair for Mark Snuffy. Oh, Michael Kaiser, that's S tier, baby. That's gotta be S tier. Better than Charles, I'd say. Yeah, I was thinking about swapping him and Henri, but I think this is fine. The tattoo, crazy cool. The hair, absolutely wild, especially in the flashback, and especially in Nessa's flashback specifically, I should say, when we see like his wild like lion's mane hair and then he gets it cut down. I think his hair is supposed to be pink, or it's supposed to be blonde and then like blue at the end or something, but like because obviously it's just manga that we've seen Kaiser in so far, so he hasn't been animated and like colored in yet, but regardless, like the hair color is probably going to be super cool for Kaiser, so definitely like mid S tier. Here we've got Reo. I really love purple hair. The only other character that I can think of off the top of my head that's purple hair is Murasaki Bara from Kuroko no Basket. I really like it. Also, Reo either wears it down, it's a little shaggy looking, or he puts it up in a man bun, which I think actually, well, I don't know if you'd call this a man bun, but he puts his hair up and I think it works really well for him, so I'm gonna put him like low A tier. Nagi, banger character design. You can tell just by looking at him that, you know, there's not a lot going up in that old brain of his, you know, so I think it, and again, back to the white hair, overpowered character thing, really works well. Nagi is freakishly talented. Now we've got Nanase here, putting him in F. I mean, I think his character is literally supposed to be the bland, boring, average guy. I mean, we recently learned that he has ambidexterity in the more recent chapters, but like, I think his thing is literally just being another one of the defaults. So Narutepe, I was bringing him up earlier, bottom A tier, you know, I think his design's really interesting. You can tell that he's very energetic and that's how he projects himself. And then not to mention, he's just a silly little guy. Like, look at this face. And then just look at some of the panels that he's interacting with other people in. Like, come on. He's a silly guy. Nico, I think, has a pretty interesting character design. I think I'll put him in between Grim and Ness, just because it, you know, it's like the hair that covers the eyes, again, pale, dark hair, but it's a little shaggier looking, a little messier, and also Nico isn't that tall either, so it's not like very basic. It's taking basic and putting a little twist on it, which I really like, so I can respect that. B tier. I think this guy's name is Neo. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think it's spelled N-I-O-U. D tier, I guess. Put him above Chris Prince. I'll put him like mid C tier, because like, I don't know if it's just the picture specifically, but like, I feel like the facial hair and the long hair makes him come off as really aggressive, which he is, because he's one of the defenders for the U20 team, and he's like always super angry. So I think his character design carries his personality well, so I gotta give him points for that. Nishioka, that's like bottom D tier, especially because we haven't seen a lot of him. That's not a lot to say. Noel Noah. This one might be a little controversial. I'm gonna put him, it's high C, maybe low B later, but you know, he's just a very, actually no, I'll put him like mid B. Just because I was going to say he's a very plain, boring-ish looking guy, but he's got white hair. It's shorter-ish. And I mean, that's kind of who he is. He's just like, he's literally called like the football cyborg. Oliver Aiku! Y'all know I love this motherfucker. He was my profile picture for a while. I'll put him behind Snuffy, you know, high, mid A tier. I think that's fair for him. Here we've got Otoya. Dude's got to be like up here in A tier, I think. Because like the white hair with the streak of green, I think it's supposed to be, if I'm remembering it right from the anime. Really cool design. I mean, other than that, I think he's got a little bit of an interesting face. Not in like a mean way, like in an actual, like it's very well designed kind of way. Because I think his whole thing is being like stealthy and being ninja-like. And I think his face is sort of muted, if that makes sense. And I think that definitely accentuates his character a bit. I feel like low A's. Good for him. Oh my god, Pablo Cavazos, I think his last name is, but Pablo, oh my god, dude. If you've seen his hair in the anime, it's actually fucking crazy. It's such a good design, dude. Holy shit. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna drag Nagi here. Boom. Like that. I'll put Pablo above Charles. Yeah, I think that's fine. His hair is awesome. And the freckles too. Oh, mwah. Beautiful character design. Here we've got Raichi, a little bit more of a plain looking guy, but he's got some blonde hair and shark teeth when he gets angry, which I think helps to like get the message of his character across. I think low B. I think this guy's name is Saramadara. A decently interesting character design, but like nothing crazy, you know? So I think like high D maybe? Maybe low C. I'll bump Ishikari down to D, I guess. Sendo, I can never remember how to properly pronounce his name. Not a big fan. You know, I mean, I like to hate on him for the bit. I think he's like an actually really good character, and I'm sure he'll make the top 23 for the U20 team. But like, I don't know, this character isn't doing much for me. On the other hand, Shido Ryusei, oh my goodness. I feel like putting a bottom S tier is a bit of a disservice. I think here. Sick hair, sick eyes, not pale. This is some crazy character design. Shido's a crazy person, so I think it fits pretty well. I can't remember this guy's name, but I'm gonna put him like bottom C tier. Looks interesting, very stoic, very like stone-like, you know, short hair, muscular looking face, but like, then again, we also don't see a lot of him. So I have a very limited amount to base him off of just because of his limited appearances. But with what I have, I think low C is pretty fair. I think this guy's name is Sakura, but like not with an A like Sakura from Naruto. I think it's Sokura. This dude is like Tokimitsu and Baro had like a child, but it wasn't nearly as strong as either one of them. He's got like the gorilla build like Tokimitsu and Baro do, but he's got like blue hair, which I can really appreciate. So, high C tier. Why not? Actually, you know what? Put him above. Put him above Nico. That's a big jump, but at the same time, it's like, again, blue hair color. The only other person that we see have that is Hiyori, and Hiyori's is more cyan. His is more like actual blue, I guess, if that makes any sense. Tanaka, F tier. I mean, shaggy looking dude, got facial hair, but like, I don't really get a lot from it, you know? You know what I mean? There's not a lot to assume what his character is. One, because we haven't seen a lot of him. Two, because his character design is a little boring looking, but I could definitely see an argument for being higher on this list, you know, maybe above like Cho or Ishikari or something, but like, I don't know, that's just how I feel, and this is my fucking tier list, so. Tokimitsu, I'm gonna say bottom B tier, we'll put him above Raichi. You know, he's got them big ol' eyes, and you're like, oh, he's a silly guy, and then he fucking runs over you and you break 40 bones in your body, and you're like, oh, fuck. So I think his appearance definitely helps sell the nervousness and anxiety that he has. But like, yeah, just really highlights his character. So I think the design does a good job with that. This guy, I think his name is Taiga. He's got an interesting hairstyle. We don't see a lot of him, but I'll also put him low B tier. Seems like a cool dude. This guy, he was a U20 forward. Can't remember his name though. Decently interesting design. I think I'll throw him bottom of D tier. We got the Wanima brother that actually made it into the Neo Eagles League. I think this one's Junichi, I want to say. Tell if that's a crocodile or an alligator design. I'm gonna say crocodile, but I think it's pretty interesting. I'll put him like above Karasu. Yukimiya's got an interesting design, you know. I think he's a very smart player. He's got the best ball control supposedly, and out of all the blue lockers. Shout out glasses, shout out him being blind. I'll throw him like bottom B tier. Why not? I'm gonna bump Raichi down a little bit. Another no-name, well, I shouldn't say no-name, he definitely has a name, I just can't remember it. Another more irrelevant character from the Neo Eagles League, or I guess like second selection clear team or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we'll throw him bottom C. Then finally, we've got Zantetsu. I think I'll throw him bottom B tier. You know, he's pale, short black hair, but he's got the goggles on, which is a nice little flair accessory that helps differentiate him from other people. I think his character design also helps to reinforce the fact that he tries to be smart, but in all reality, he's pretty dumb. I can respect that about his character. Okay, now that I'm looking at my list a little bit, I think I'm gonna drag Julian Loki down a bit. I'll put him here. Drag down Ness a little bit. Put him here. This guy around. Oh. Bump Soggy down a little bit more, I guess. Bump this guy up a little. And I think that's pretty good for the most part. You know, I'm sure I could sit here for another hour and just like change everything around a little bit, be a little bit more nitpicky. But I think, hang on. No, yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I could, like I said, I could sit here for another hour and be more nitpicky about this, but I think this is a good place to leave it. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below, and maybe I'll be able to leave a version of this in the description if I figure out how to do that. So you guys can do your own tier list and then share them with me. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.